Hello and welcome. I'm Ash Mannix, and once again we're playing some more Sweetest Monster. I think I should start at this point every time, because I want to just have this read out the warning. The story contains artistic depictions of sexual conduct. All characters in the story are over the age of 18. Any similarities to real people living or dead are coincidental. So, just the important thing here, the story contains artistic depictions of sexual conduct. God damn. Right, 1 second. I'm going to get myself a cough sweet. Okay, I've now got myself a cough sweet, so I'm going to sound a bit weird, but it's needed. Apologies. Have some cough sweet eating ASMR or something. Let's get into this. Oh man, this cough sweet's going to make a lot of noise. Right, we're on day 2. The 12th of March? Day 3? I think day 3. I don't know. No, you hear what it says on the window. We're on day 3 now. The next day dawned in a similar state of silence. Melly rushes off to school before I finish shaving in the bathroom mirror. My fingers slip when I hold the razor and I cut myself. It's only a shallow cut, but it takes me by surprise, I swear under my breath. Sally doesn't comment on it at the breakfast table. Maybe she doesn't notice, or if she does, she doesn't care. But it stings like a bitch. We sit there, Sally and I, picking at our cereal like baby birds. We don't say a single thing. The rustle of Sally's newspaper breaks the silence, along the steady ticking of the clock. But that's it. We could be in a silent movie, but one of us misplaced the intertitle cards. My existence feels just as black and white, dull and monotonous. Is this really all there is to life? Sitting at the breakfast table with your wife, whom you used to love, but now you're not sure if you even like, while your teenage daughter tries steadfastly to ignore you. I sigh. In the quiet kitchen, the noise is almost overwhelming. Oh, we're at his workplace. It's lunchtime. I can hear the students, though when I say it's students, I really mean children, running around outside in the playing field screaming. I sigh. I don't know how many times I've done that today. Far too many to count. Why do they have to make so much noise? I know it must get dull, sitting in class for hours on end, but the work they do is hardly taxing. They're in primary school. But, I mean, primary school was not the time to suffer horrible work, mate. Come on. They're enjoying their childhood. I know it sucks because you're the teacher, but you appreciate that much, don't you? I suppose there's no reasoning with young children. They're all like that. Noisy, raucous, raucous? Man, I'm terrible with this today. Excitable. It's the ones who aren't, the quiet, taciturn ones who sit in the corners with their heads bowed and don't clamour for the castanets you have to look out for. I sigh again. You'd think the sounds of children at play would fill me with a certain sense of fatherly fulfilment, but it doesn't. Instead, it's mildly irritating. Why would it fill you with I don't know. I get that. You get irritated by it, right? You don't have little kids anymore. I'm assuming your kid's a teenager now. And the irritation is becoming less and less mild with every passing moment. Oof. But this is all coming from the fact that you're not happy at home, right? At least that's how I see this. And also the kind of sting that you're white Sally every time she says, it's not a real job. Music's not a real subject. Stuff like that. The music room juts out of the main school building like an ugly afterthought, a sewn-on appendage of Frankensteinian origins. You can hear the children more loudly than ever from here. It doesn't help that it's so hot. I feel like I'm going to suffocate. The weather's been particularly merciless lately. Scorching in the morning, freezing at night. I bet you don't have aircon because it's the UK? Huh? Oh well, I'm a grown man. I'll just have to deal with it. Music for life, I like that little poster over there. I think that says music for life. Or music life, maybe. I don't usually spend my lunch hour holed up in my classroom like a recluse. Though social anxiety may run in my family, thank you, Grandma Iris, for passing those unwanted alleles down to my Melly. I'm not what you would call shy. Wow, blaming your genetics. Maybe that comes down to experience. You stop being anxious when you get older. Sooner or later, you start to realise other people's opinions don't matter all that much. That's true. Though I would argue not everyone realises that as they get older. And people who do realise that at different points in their life. That's what I told Melly once. She replied, her head hanging, her voice muted. Is that why you and Mum are always shouting then? Touche. She wasn't trying to get at me. I don't think she was anyway. She was just asking a question. Her voice was even more defeated than her hunched posture. The arguments are probably really getting at her. I wonder what the mum. I wonder if the mum talks to her when, because if Sally is working from home, she'll be at home as soon as Melly comes back from school. I wonder if she's saying anything to her to wind her up, or maybe just talking to her about how unhappy she is with our main man here, which could potentially, I mean, she's not trying. She might not be trying to, but potentially pushing Melly away from Robin. I didn't know how to reply to her, so I didn't say anything. I feel like that was answer enough. That's a running theme in our relationship. Silence. I wish the kids outside would shut up. It sounds like World War III out there. How can I tune the piano like this? Oh, you're tuning the piano. It's not like the kids will even appreciate it. If only they actually cared about music, things might be slightly more bearable then. Yeah, I mean, you're saying this about music, but I feel like, don't most subjects have that issue? I would have thought music would be fun for the kids, so they're more likely to take an interest. But I feel like at primary school that might apply to all subjects, not just music. Unfortunately, they, much like everybody else in the world to be honest, seems to think music's a DOS subject. A joke. To be fair, back in the day when I was in school, yeah, we didn't take music too seriously. So he's not wrong, I guess. Now that I think back. I don't know why. I mean, we didn't take many subjects that seriously, but I feel like music was always a bit of an afterthought in terms of a class. I don't know. Not even 5-year-olds take me seriously. But they're 5-year-olds, right? Do they take anything seriously? Oh well, that's part and part. Oh dear. Of being a music teacher. At least I don't teach RE. I continue to fiddle with the inner workings of the piano. It's a battered old thing that's been at this school even longer than I have. Tuning it always takes ages. It's like a battle of wits, man versus music. I'd have better luck trying to hack into the Kremlin. We really need a new piano. I've told the headmistress this enough times, but she just shrugs off my concerns, says there isn't enough room in the budget for such frivolous overspending. Frivolous? Okay, sure. You try teaching music with one barely functional piano and see how that goes. 99% of the time it doesn't. Wow. No wonder everybody thinks music is a joke. I think it's a joke too, but not a very funny one. Not for me. God, man, this sucks. Why, I fancy seeing you here. Oh, I wonder who this is. Ah. New character? What? Okay. The fact that she's here at his school. It makes me think that the thoughts I had, the theory I had before is probably bullshit, which makes me kind of I wouldn't say, what would I say? Relieved, right? I lift my head, wiping my brow with the back of my arm. I recognise that voice. It's as airy as chiffon cake with a teasing inflection. Oh my god. Belle, did she just climb in through the window? If so, I didn't hear her. Right. She just appeared and you didn't see her. Okay, maybe this isn't a real person. Maybe this is just in his head. This is entirely in his head. He's like dreamed up this character. I'm torn between being impressed by her stealthy entry and perturbed. I'm sure there are more ladylike ways to enter a building. Could you use the door? No way, that's boring. You'll be in trouble if you get caught. You might be mistaken for a burglar. A cat burglar. A burglar? Yeah, right. What self-respecting burglar is going to break into a primary school music room? What is there in here to steal anyway? I suppose that's a fair point. I know, I'm full of them. Belle stands by the now open window, curtains flapping in the breeze, as though she belongs there. Belongs here. Her skirt dances around her thighs. Don't describe this, ma'am. Hey, that outfit. She grins and strikes a pose. Yeah? Do you like it? It's a school uniform. The St. Catherine's uniform? Wait. Is St. Catherine's not the school that his daughter goes to? I know, it's cute, right? I like the plaid skirt. I look her up and down, arms folded, eyes narrowed like a real teacher. Well, I am a real teacher, so that isn't an act. Sometimes I almost forget about myself. They'd never let you into St. Catherine's looking like that. Oh, and why not? Is it because I'm so devilishly good looking? Ah, we're so humble, aren't we? It's because your skirt is far too short. It should only be a few inches above your knees, not a whole foot. Wow. My, I'm so glad you noticed. Oh, it's a little hard not to. God. Now, I do want to point out that I did rewatch the first part of the playthrough, and I did notice that the tail of the cat that his great aunt had did have this little, I don't know what this is attached to it. So she's replicated that correctly. Yeah. Why? But the question is, St. Clarence, right? I'm sure that's the school that his daughter goes to. Because this one's called Wheatfield or something, right? The school that he works in. Why has he not asked her why she's wearing that specific uniform? Anyway, it's a little hard not to. So, do you think I'm sexy? You can't tear your eyes away from my beautiful thighs, is that it? Oh god, this is so bad. I'm just trying to look out for your modesty. You want to play at being the gallant knight, protecting your fair lady's honour? How touching. God, I never said you were a fair lady. That might be true, not with this hair. She pinches a few strands of her hair between her fingers. It's pitch black against her white skin. Tar split across snow. A dark lady, then? Doesn't that sound romantic? I'm not going to dignify that with an answer. Meanie, you're no fun. And after I got all dressed up for you, too. Yes, quite. And where did you get that uniform from exactly? Haha, you humans are so cute. You ask such funny questions. Are you going to answer it? What do you mean by that? I mean, I can conjure a human body for myself out of nothingness, but you're asking me about my clothes. I feel like you're deflecting. Putting together all the bones in my fingers, the muscles between my eyes, the cells that circulate through my body is the hard part. The wrapping paper and ribbons that go around all that is easy. I could do it in my sleep. This is definitely deflection. The question I would ask. At this point, right, I'm like, okay. If you can create a human body for yourself, it's easy for you to create clothes. That's fine. My question, why did you choose that uniform in particular? It's a fair point. Crafting clothes from thin air does sound a lot easier than summoning a living, breathing human body, but Belle twirls arms at her side, examining her uniform. Her far too short skirt flutters. I'm just struggling to understand why. Why what? Yes, here we go. Why you decided to wear a school uniform of all things? Do you really need to ask? Belle's eyes flash mischievously. It's because guys find it appealing. You do, don't you? Oh, no. I mean, especially when you're a teacher. Uncomfortable. This is just like, I feel like, yes, there is a fetishization of the girls' school uniform, but man, it's something that I would stay miles and miles away from if I was a school teacher. It's just not good to even admit that you'd have that type of thing that you're into. Ugh. I don't think we know one another well enough for this kind of conversation. That's what you say, but I know otherwise. What? The schoolgirl's outfit is more than just a uniform. It's a symbol of youth. And old men like it when young girls pay attention to them. It makes them feel wanted, needed, attractive, right? Okay. I don't like how self-aware you are of this. I turn my head away. The reality is, I feel like for most men who are lonely, any attention is appreciated. It almost doesn't matter where from. But maybe I'm just speaking for myself. Maybe I'm just lonely and super desperate. It's like, someone talk to me, please like and subscribe my videos. Give me some kudos. Make me feel that I'm not a nobody. And on that note, I think I'll take a sip of tea. Oh dear. I turn my head away. I should be tuning the piano. I have class in half an hour, and I don't know what I'll do if I can't tune the piano. Oh, 1 second, I'm gonna... Don't want that to be... Maybe I'll forgo my grandiose plans and bust out the maracas instead. Little children like making noise. They'd probably enjoy that more than trying to warble through "The Lord is my shepherd," all out of tune, out of time. Yeah, to be fair, if that piano's out of tune, I mean, you're fighting a losing battle then, right? Like, it has to at least sound good. If it sounds out of tune, it's fecked. That sucks. Ooh, a piano. Now, if she's going to be good in the piano, I call BS. But also, red flags. Fortunately, it seems the presence of this battered old Steinway... It's a Steinway? Bro, that's some classy-ass piano. How can you not... Wait, it's an upright. Do Steinway do upright pianos? I looked into pianos once. I know Steinway are like one of the top piano brands. I could be wrong. I don't think Steinway... Wait, what? They do uprights? What the hell? Wait, what the hell is this? Wait, am I thinking about the right Steinway piano? Is it Steinway? Maybe I'm misremembering. Steinway & Sons, German-American piano company, founded 1853. So this sounds about right. Oh, I guess I've only known them for their grand pianos. Go away. They do uprights? Why have I never looked into this? I bet you they cost a fortune. Do they have a price here? No. Request more information. Yeah. If you have to ask what the price is, it means that you can't afford it, you simpleton. Wait, there's a pricing page. Wait, why is it? Okay. For pricing of a new Steinway grand and upright pianos, also called vertical pianos. Okay. Steinway do not publish prices online. Oh wow, you have to complete the form. Fuck. Fuck. Right, wait. There's places that sell these, right? No, they don't show. Why don't they show? £200? Wait, no. What the fuck? What a distraction, eh? I fucking... Do you know what? It's bad to have access to the internet at all times. I think I can't concentrate. Is this a second-hand piano? This 2-year-old... Right. This is a 2-year-old Steinway. Upright piano. It's a brown one. It's not even the black one. £5,250. Fuck. The fuck. That's a lot of money. And that's second hand. 2 years old. Yeah, so anyway, I have heard of Steinways. Ooh, this one's 8,500. I don't know, man. They're made from like some fancy woods and stuff, and yeah. Anyway, yeah. Let's see. Fortunately, it seems the presence of this battered old Steinway has made Belle forget her previous line of inquiry, and it's a good thing too. There is a time and place to discuss one's sexual fantasies. It's a sentence didn't think I'd ever read. A lunch break in the music room, in a primary school no less, is not one of them. True. I'm more professional than that. Okay. I feel like there's a bit of a moral quandary here, not just a professional one, but we're not going to go there, okay. Belle crosses the room in 5 neat steps, her silly skirt fluttering, and takes a seat on the stool by the piano. Okay, so we're going to play piano now. Now, what is she playing at? You can play the piano. Wait, we're asking, you can play the piano? Of course, I'm a very accomplished spirit. Why the fuck did you learn how to play the piano? Well, good luck playing this one. It's ancient. I was in the middle of tuning it when a certain somebody happened to climb in through the window and distract me. Also, if this is an actual person, did you actually climb in through the window? That sounds dodgy. Are we on the ground floor? Really? How rude of them. They sound like a very naughty girl. Lol. They are, fast becoming the bane of my existence. Well, I've always been of the opinion that naughty girls should be punished. Oh my god, shut up. Unfortunately, corporal punishment has been illegal for a long time. We're living in the 21st century now. Ah, what a pity, and I do so love being scolded. I don't like this. Belle sighs and shrugs her shoulders, but the teasing smile on her face doesn't waver. Oh well, what can you do? If I can't be scolded properly, in the manner to which I am accustomed, at least I can be praised. What the fuck is this bloody post? God damn it. And with that, Belle gets to her feet and begins to peer inside the piano, at its exposed innards, as it were. Oh, hurry up and click through this. What the fuck? I wonder if the piano were a living, breathing creature, whether it would find this monthly tuning exercise of being opened up and invaded by unfamiliar fingers deeply embarrassing. What on earth am I thinking? This must be because of Belle. What? I should stop this. I need to stop. Stop looking our ass. Can we change CG? Come on, guys. Come on. I'm going to have to censor this, aren't I? Fuck. Well, this is partly why this is pre-recorded. But that's easier said than done, especially given Belle is leaning over the piano, her short skirt displaying a generous, some might say over-generous amount of her behind. I think most people would say, bloody hell. When she shifts, pressing her pale fingers against the strings, I see her underwear in stark detail. Can we not show this CG, man? Come on. Is she doing this on purpose? I never knew tuning a piano could be so interesting. Shut up, man. I used to find the job incredibly dull. No, you're not doing a slow. Fuck off. The subtle bulge of her thighs. No. Constrained by her socks, looks even more appealing like this. It's almost as though she's inviting wandering fingers. That's jail talk there. Wait, what did this warning say at the beginning of the game? That she's all characters are 18 plus? Are they? Are they? They better be. Maybe she is. It can be no coincidence that she keeps turning over her shoulder to shoot me glances, blinking from beneath her long, smoky lashes. Smoky? I take a step backwards. Why am I still looking? I should stop looking. She's only tuning a piano, for Christ's sake. You couldn't make a decent porno out of that, could you? Why did you ask if you could make a decent porno out of that? Also, is she not worried that someone else might come in? This is a school, right? It's just lunch break. A teacher might come in. B. C. How? She knows how to tune a piano? What? But Belle's trying. She's trying her best, and it's goddamn working too. Fuck. I need to say something. The atmosphere is becoming unbearable. Not even the sound of the kids playing outside, little monsters all of them, can alleviate the pounding in my head, the twitching of my fingertips. The twitching of your fingertips? Why are they twitching? Actually, I don't want to know. So, you know how to tune a piano too? Of course, I'm a spirit of many talents. I'm sure you are. It just sounds like a fucking bullshit excuse. And where did you pick that one up? Well, who knows? It's a secret. Like your age. Indeed, a lady never tells. For all you know, I could have been Marie Antoinette in a past life, eating cake and drinking tea. Yeah, this also, it's like, how old are you? Are you over 18 years old? Oh, I can't tell you, I'm a spirit. Get the hell out of here. Whilst the rest of Flan slowly starved to death, right? But of course, I've always been selfish, ever since I was born. When I find something I like, I detest the thought of sharing it with anyone. Interesting. Is that how all demons work? Oh, thank God. Right. Belle looks at me, her eyes narrowed. Her eyes seem harsher under the sunlight, somehow. More menacing than they were last night. I swallow. I'm not so dense that I can't realise that was a threat. I better not bring Belle back home to meet Sally and Melly then. Not that I was planning on it. Can you imagine how awkward that would be? Mate, is this not awkward? Why are you not worried that she's at your workplace? I would be bricking it, right? What if someone at work saw? I don't understand why you're so laissez-faire about this. Hey there, Sally Melly. I want to introduce you to somebody very special. This is Belle, my great aunt Clarice's cat, whom I attempted to save from drowning when I was only 6, and has now returned to thank me for the favour with her body. Please don't be too alarmed. Thank me for the favour with her body. My God, man. Like that would go down well. Sally's eyes would probably widen so much they'd roll right out of her head, and as for Melly, I'm not sure how Melly would react. I never am these days. I shake my head. This is a waste of time. Forget it. It's not going to happen anyway. You were never Marie Antoinette. I doubt the Queen of France would ever have to tune her own piano. Indeed, I never did. Not when I was Marie Antoinette, at least. You should thank me for degrading myself in such a manner for your sake, Robin. What is this bullshit? I glanced back at her legs, her thighs, and her underwear. Can we not? Oh shit, I just realised we're back to the CG. I think you're degrading yourself in a number of other ways. It's meant to be a skirt, not a belt. And now you sound like a concerned father. That's because I am a father. I'd never let Melly go out dressed like that. You say that, but I wonder. Parents don't know their children as well as they'd like to think. You're not at all that close to Melody, are you? How the fuck do you know about my child's called Melody? Is that why the music stopped? Ah. I blink. I was just playing around, I think, but Belle's words have stopped me, frozen in place like a figure in a photograph. What does she know about Melody? Alright, there we go. All done. How did you know that I have a daughter called Melody? Because when I saved you, I was a child and didn't have a wife and children. I have always referred to her as Melly, and you called her Melody. Melly could have been There's other names that have Melly. I think that was a red flag. Oh no, maybe my theory is true. Maybe the eyes are contacts. Oh no. Anyway. With that exclamation, Belle sets down the wooden piano cover, once again hiding the delicate assembly of strings within. I raise an eyebrow. That was awfully fast. Oh, are you doubting the quality of my handiwork, my good sir? I, who was once the crowned Queen of France. Are we doing this? Are you... Come on. Get the fuck... Come on, if you're a spirit, don't go bullshitting that you're the fucking Queen of France. Come on, guys. What are you doing? I must admit I'm a little dubious. If you really can tune a piano as fast as you claim you can, I'll be out of a job. I mean... Well, that's just how it goes in the cutthroat world of work. They always want newer people, younger people, people with bright eyes and fast fingers, who work harder for less pay and don't truly understand their rights. I mean, okay, that's true. I sigh. Belle's right. I've noticed an alarming trend lately, which has been sweeping through the school these past few years. What's that? A number of the teachers, good teachers, men and women I was on friendly small talk terms with, are being laid off. Oh. First it was Mrs. Long, then Mr. Garland, then Mr. Potts. It can't be any coincidence that these men and women were all in their mid-50s or even older. Ooh. Lay off the people that are more expensive. Of course. The people hired to replace them, meanwhile, were so young they could only have been a few years older than Melly, fresh from finishing their postgraduate PGCE. What is that? The postgraduate certificate of education. Postgraduate certificate in education. Yeah, it's what you need for when you want to do teaching. Ooh. It's a UK education system. Yay. It's a wonder the kids listen to them at all. They're not much more than kids themselves. Harsh. If you've gone through uni, come on, man. If you're in your early 20s, yeah, you're young, but come on. The school doesn't feel like a school to me, not anymore. It's more like a nursery. I go into the staff room to escape being pawed and mauled by the children, not confronted with even more of them. They're not pawing and mauling you in the staff room though, come on, man. I have no doubts in a handful of years I'll be laid off too, replaced with some trendy young boy or girl who insists upon being called by their first name and likes listening to, I don't know, Skrillex and can't even read sheet music. Fuck me. I feel like that's aged. Is Skrillex still cool? I've heard of Skrillex. Is he still cool? Skrillex. Man, this must have been aged though. Why would you put this ages? I feel like that ages this visual novel straight away. Maybe that's the point. I don't know. Maybe you have a point, but I'd rather not talk about it. It's depressing. I see the looming prospect of unemployment. It's always a toughie, huh? Especially when you have a wife and daughter. How do you know about that? Did he no, he's probably mentioned that. We never called her Melody though. I'm pretty sure we never called her Melody in front of her. I'm surprised that she knows Melody's name. Actually, I don't think we've mentioned Melody's name at all. Like, not even Melly. I don't know. They don't make things easy, do they? There's no wonder you resent them, especially when you're trying so hard, but they never seem to realise. It's true. It is a job of management I feel to be shit. I wince, my head pounds. She's right again. So every time she says something or she does something really weird, right? Or emotional, his head starts to hurt. Are these just hallucinations? It could be that these are just hallucinations. And what she's appearing as are via his deepest, darkest desires. Like wanting to be 18-year-old school, like young women to be attracted to him dressed up in a schoolgirl outfit wearing a catgirl ears and tail. It's almost as though she can see right through me, peering inside the recesses of my skull and pulling on all the different wires within. Or maybe she is a figment of your imagination. I'm suddenly struck by a frightening thought. What if she knows me even better than I know myself? That's just humans for you, huh? Ungrateful through and through. You get too old and you get tossed aside like a ratty cardigan. That's a business. Business. Unfortunately, such is life. Sure, they'll hand out the usual platitudes. I'm so sorry to let you go. Yeah, they don't care, man. You are an invaluable asset to our team, but they don't mean it. I mean, if you're an invaluable asset to the team, they wouldn't have let you go. It means nothing, especially if they hang you out to dry like that. But hey, I mean, it's nice. I mean, at least they're polite about it. They could be like, you are fucking shit, get fucked, get lost. But then you could probably sue them. People always say things they don't mean. It's just manners, and manners don't cost a penny. True. I can't stand niceness for the sake of niceness. It's so tawdry. I feel my fingers clenching into fists at my sides. I'm trembling. I wish I wasn't. Maybe Belle can sense my fear. I already said I don't want to talk about it. Oh, this is one of those impending fears he has then at work of eventually being made redundant. Belle exhales, running a hand through her short hair. Suit yourself, I guess, being a queen in a past life. I can't understand your petty pedestrian worries. They're unsuited to a noble figure such as I. Okay. Now, would a noble figure really wear a skirt that short? People would faint if they saw so much as an exposed ankle back in the heyday of Madame Antoinette. And that's precisely why I want to dress like this. Experimenting with new fashion trends is exciting. The schoolgirl uniform is hardly a fashion trend. I pause, pondering. And Marie Antoinette was also made redundant, wasn't she? In the worst way possible. Indeed, but I was dignified to the last. I did not scream or cry, not even when my head was on the chopping block. That would have been far too unladylike. Right, so she knows about Marie Antoinette, someone that knows about history? Haha. Well, colour me impressed. I don't think I would be able to handle being executed with such good sportsmanship. It takes practice, years of training. Don't worry, Robin, I'm sure you'll get there. I'd rather not, if it's all the same to you. I quite like my head being attached to my neck. I quite like your head too. You're cute. I'm not sure about that. We exchange brief glances and then we both start to laugh. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because this situation is so ridiculous. The two of us holed up inside the music classroom like fugitives, hiding from the rest of the world. Right now, I could almost believe Belle is my whole world. Almost. If it weren't for the sound of the children playing outside, that is. So, Robin, aren't you curious? Do you want to see what a good job I did? About the piano, you mean? That's right. Why don't we play together? That might be nice. It's been a while since I played with anybody else. Even though you teach piano? Even so, mostly I just sit and listen to my students. I don't get a chance to play very much myself. Didn't you ever try to teach melody? I did. It's interesting that you bring that up. Very interesting. I mean, I suppose it was the natural question to ask, but I still don't think we ever called her Melody in front of this girl, but I did for a brief amount of time, but Melly didn't like it. She wasn't built for it. You mean she has stubby little fingers? She wasn't physically unsuited. It was more mentally, I suppose. She didn't have the knack, no staying power. It's sad. I really did want Melody to learn how to play the piano. It wasn't just some passing whim, it was my dream. Maybe it was because of grandfather. He was the one who taught me how to play the piano all those years ago, back when I was 5. He was a patient tutor who offered me words of encouragement, and at the end of each lesson, he'd give me a fruit gum as a reward. Nice. I never saw playing the piano as a burden, though I'm sure lots of children made to learn instruments do. It was fun. I thought it was. That's probably the key part there. You find it fun. I looked forward to every single lesson, and I especially enjoyed it when Grandfather would play alongside me. I thought those duets we played together were beautiful. They were a way for the two of us to communicate on a level deeper than words. I guess that's why I wanted to teach music. That's nice. Like most people who experience something unforgettable in their youth, I wanted nothing more than to share my feelings with others. I wanted to share it with my daughter, my Melody, but it didn't work out like that. I don't have Grandfather's patience, and Melly had no desire to learn. She hated the piano and would always complain when it was time for her lessons. Not like Belle. Belle was just... not like Belle. Mate, no. Don't start saying that. Belle sits on the edge of the stool, leaving enough space for me to join her, with an expectant look on her face. She wants me to play with her. Somebody actually wants me to play with them. Now, when was the last time that happened? I haven't felt wanted like this for years. Alright then, let's see what you can do. I roll up my sleeves, an unabashed smile tugging at my lips. It's the kind of smile that's impossible to suppress, just like laughter that threatens to erupt at inopportune moments. I take a seat by Belle on the stool, facing the scratched old Steinway. This stool was small, and I could feel Belle's side pressed against mine. For all her talk about being a spirit, her body is warm and inviting, reassuringly human. Interesting, isn't it? Maybe she is human, or maybe she's a figment of your imagination. Maybe it's a random girl pretending to be a spirit. A girl that has issues at home. What do you want to play? I like Debussy. Or Debussy, I've probably mispronounced that. Le Petit Suite is one of my favourites. Do you know that song, right? Of course I know it. I've been playing the piano for more than 30 years. Please have some faith in me. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot you were such an old man. Not as old as you. Touché, you primary school teachers nowadays. You have such sharp tongues. I suppose that's to make up for the fact that you can't legally hit anyone, right? As if I'd want to hit anyone. I'm not violent. What a shame. I like a man who can take charge. I don't like where that's going. Speaking of taking charge, are you sure you'll be able to keep up? You were a cat for an awfully long time. I know, but cats are very graceful creatures. I was a virtuoso, even my feline form. Yeah, I'm sure. Okay. I have vague memories of Belle clambering over the piano at Great Aunt Clarice's home, her paws pressing against the black and white keys in a cacophony of noise. I laugh. Well, maybe you have a point. You look a lot cuter when you smile like that. You don't smile nearly enough, Robin. I haven't had much to smile about recently. To tell you the truth, it feels a little bit strange. Maybe I fractured the muscles around my mouth. Well, I'm sorry if smiling is painful for you, but I won't let you off the hook. Now, not now we've begun. I'm going to make you smile much, much more. Oh, you will you? When she says it like that, it sounds like a challenge, and I don't like backing down from challenges. Interesting. Belle giggles coyly as the last note fades into silence. Pausing to brush a strand of hair behind her ear, Le Petit Suite should be a tad longer than our abridged version, but we don't have enough time. Lunch break will be ending soon, and then my classroom will be assailed by children again, with their sticky fingers and gaping mouths. For a few moments, I almost managed to believe Belle and I were the only ones left on the planet. For a few moments, that's truly what I wanted. But we all have to return back to reality someday. I think between you and me, we made a right mess of that. Well, it's been a while since I played anything that complicated. And it's been a while since I had fingers. I apologize for being clumsy. Right, so she sucked at it. Which is, do you know what? That's good that she sucked at it. No, actually, maybe that's bad. I was expecting her to be good. If she was like a spirit, I would expect her to have just been like good at it. I don't give a shit what her excuses were. It's fine, even if you were clumsy. It was very passionate. Thank you. I'm most passionate at everything that I do. I can't understand humans who drift through life like jellyfish, pale and grey, even though their lives are so much shorter than mine. Like Debussy? Yeah, like Debussy. I think it might be good he's dead, though. He'd be very upset that we butchered his song. Belle smiles, coiling a strand of dark hair around one finger. Well, I would love to stay and chat, but I should probably be going now. I glance at Belle's impractical school uniform, a small smile on my face. Oh, I take it you have classes you need to attend. Of course, I'd love to hang around with my favourite teacher a little longer, but this girl is on a tight schedule. Playing the piano really wore me out. What? Was it figuratively speaking, or do you actually have other classes to go to? It did. All you had to do was move your fingers. I am aware, but I'm still not used to maintaining this form. I think I need a nap. You're sleepy at lunchtime. You really are like a cat. I was a cat until a few days ago. Now, this cute kitty needs to recharge. Okay, you were a cat until a few days ago. How do you know about Melody? I don't know. Chew. I think I'm a little more prepared for her outward shows of affection today. She leans forward on the stool, not that she needs to, given how close we are already, and presses a kiss against the tip of my nose, as light as a falling feather. But I still feel my face turning red. What is this anyway? I'm starting to feel like the schoolgirl here. I'm not even in the appropriate outfit, thank God. What the fuck? What the fuck? Anyway. Belle gets to her feet and smiles, giving me a coquettish wave. Bye, Mr. Hawkins. I'll see you again soon. Maybe this is Melly's friend. Maybe that's who this is. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe I'm off. But how would she know so much about the cat and stuff like that? It's too much. It's too coincidental. Maybe this is a figment of the imagination. Do you really have to leave through the window? I might look a little suspicious. Don't worry, nobody noticed me coming in here, so I'm sure nobody will notice me leaving. You're awfully confident. Of course I'm confident. I was royalty in my last life, remember? That was your last life? Didn't Marie Antoinette not live ages ago? Whatever. Of course. And, quicker than blinking, Belle slips through the window. I watch as she walks away, her dark hair fluttering around her shoulders. Okay, so you see her go out the window and then slink away. So, it's not like she just disappears into the ether. Ether? She disappears in less than a minute, as though she were never there at all. Yeah, so she's like, probably a real person. Oh, hello. What time do you call this? Wait, why is he late? That's the first thing Sally says when I return home. Not, hello, how was your day? Or, you look tired. Why don't you sit down? But, so what time do you call this? Though it's phrased as a question, I have enough sense to realise Sally means it in a strictly rhetorical sense. She knows what time it is already. It says on the clock on the kitchen wall, as plain as day, 6 a.m. Give or take, given that, 6 p.m. I'm assuming? Give or take, given that clock is a few minutes fast. It isn't a curious inquiry, it's an outright accusation. Look, I'm sorry, Sal. I know it's a little later than usual, but I couldn't help it. I had a staff meeting. A staff meeting? That's right, I told you about it this morning, didn't I? Not that I could recall, no. Are you sure I didn't? I could have sworn I did. It doesn't matter how much you swear, that doesn't change the fact that this meeting slipped your mind. Now, why is Sally making those little worm-shaped quotation marks with her fingers? I really was in a staff meeting. Damn. I didn't enjoy it one bit, and it was incredibly tedious, but that's what happened. What did she think I was doing? Does she really have that little faith in me? This is like the Great Milk Inquisition of last night all over again, and I'm in no hurry for a reprise of that. I'm sorry, Sally. I must have forgotten. I've been to so many of these damn meetings these last few weeks, it's hard to keep track of it all. And is that why you didn't look at your voicemail? Because you've been so damn busy? Oh, come on, mate. What's his excuse? You didn't look at your voicemail. Did you not get the notifications? Voicemail? What are you talking about? I'm talking about Melly, Robin. She was sent home from school early today. I had to go and pick her up. Huh? Wait, what? She was sent home early from school today. I thought Sally was just complaining for the sake of complaining, as she is so wont to doing nowadays. I didn't expect there to be a real valid point of criticism concealed amongst her words. Jeez, I must sound like such a hypocrite. I was complaining that Sally doesn't trust me when I don't trust her either. My parents argued a lot too. Maybe that's where I learned all these tricks from the bickering, the suspicion, the paranoia, dislike. That's right. Melly hurt herself, Robin. She was acting distracted all day and kept falling asleep in class. Insomnia? That's what Melly has, apparently. Then, in the middle of PE, she tripped and sprained her leg. She could barely walk. She had to go home. And a sprained leg too. Not to mention social anxiety, depression, and daily medication. But why don't we try to tackle this one hurdle at a time? Bloody hell, social anxiety, depression, daily medication. Fuck! Right, okay. This better not be the daughter. No. She wouldn't be able to keep the act on. Man, that's bad though. She has social anxiety, depression. She's taking daily meds. That's what Joan Fowler, Melly's psychiatrist, though according to Joan, she isn't a psychiatrist, she's a child welfare expert. What? Is she a medical psychiatrist or not? Says, I'm sorry I didn't check my voicemail then. I didn't think, mate, dude, do you not check your phone? No, you never do you? Well, mobile phones are banned at our school. For the students, I mean, ever since Dylan Price pinched Phoebe Walker's iPhone. Not that children even need iPhones anyway. What are they? 7? 8? And what does that have to do with Melly? Yeah, why do you not have your phone? I just meant since the children aren't allowed to have phones at school, I'd set a pretty poor example if I had mine turned on all day. That may be the case, but you could have checked it when class ended. Yeah, you should at least check your phone, man. I know, I really am sorry, Sally, it totally slipped my mind. So how is Melly? When did she have PE? You don't know your daughter's own timetable? I mean, she doesn't talk to us, right? I hardly know my own timetable, Sally. I had the shock of my life just this afternoon when instead of class 2 year 6, I had class 3 year 1. I don't know why I even bothered to tune the piano since those year 1 students can't carry a tune in a bucket. So you broke out the maracas again, did you? Oh, he's done this in the past. Against my better judgment, yes. Give them things that make lots of noise and they'll be happy. A small smile quirks the corners of Sally's lips. It flickers there, uncertain, like a guttering flame. Oh well, she smiled a bit. I think she's still annoyed at me, but the mental image she must have of me being overrun by screaming 5-year-olds is so entertaining she can't quite stop herself from smiling. Well, a small smile is better than no smile, I suppose. Melly had PE in the afternoon. It was her second to last lesson of the day. So she hasn't been back home for long. Not too long. She spent most of the time upstairs in her room. I think she's resting. You don't think Melly's sprained leg is anything life-threatening, do you? I'm sure she'll be fine come the morning. She hasn't broken any bones. The school nurse said it was fatigue. Fatigue, I wonder what she's been doing to tire herself out so much. Red flags. It's not like she ever leaves her room. Maybe homework. She's always been so anxious about her grades. She shouldn't worry so much. She's far smarter than I was when I was a kid. You should tell her that more often. It's probably because you don't praise her enough that she has such low self-esteem, especially given those disastrous piano lessons. Were they really that bad? You made her cry, did he? I might have done, but that was years and years ago. She's probably forgotten by now. I think you're underestimating just how delicate Melly is. Maybe. I stretch. I feel slightly more at ease now. I know my Melly isn't in any life-threatening danger. It was just a sprained leg, not even a broken bone. Do you think I should go and talk to her? Ask her if she's alright? I think you should, to be fair, even if Sally says you shouldn't. I don't know if Melly's in the mood to talk to you right now. She's stressed enough as it is. So first you tell me I should pay more attention to my daughter, and now you say I should pay less? A man can't do both things at once. Silly Sally. Silly Sally, what is this? Is he just using like little childish things? Or is that just what they have between each other? Because he's a primary school teacher, I don't know. Silly Sally Sally Pally. Oh my god, it's cringe. I know, it's complicated. You're making it more complicated than it needs to be. I just want to talk to my daughter, not find a cure for cancer. Sally sighs. I mean, Sally, I suppose, will have a better understanding, potentially, because, you know, being a woman, maybe she understands what Melody's going through at this age. What age is she? I just think if you really cared about Melly, you would have come back home earlier. It might seem a tad insincere. This again. I already told you, Sal, I was in a meeting. I can't do anything about that. Optics, man, it's optics. It looks bad. I know that, Robin, but Melly might not. You've never bothered to explain it to her. Ah. Mate, come on. How have you not, like... I pause, my mouth hanging open, my self-righteous indignation cut short. Yep, Sally might have a point. Given how rarely I speak to Melly, it's entirely probable that I never explained my circumstances to her before. Maybe this whole time Melly was lying upstairs in her room, curled up in her bed, wondering where I was, thinking I didn't come because I didn't care, because I don't like her. But that isn't true. At least I don't think it is. Can't deny that I find Melly hard work, but I do love her. She's my daughter. I know I haven't been as forthright with Melly as I should be, but I don't know where to begin. I don't want to worry her. She doesn't need to know how busy I've been at work, or that the headmistress keeps firing staff left, right and centre. I know how you feel, Robin, but Melly isn't a child. You should try to be more honest with her. But what good does honesty do? It just upsets people. Bro. What is this? It just upsets people. Oh, don't be honest. But hiding things and playing mind games hurts far more. Especially when you get found out. And sprained legs too, I'll take it. It did look rather swollen. Did you put ice on it? A pack of frozen peas. I think it's gone down now. Well, that's good. Yeah, that's good. I stand in the corner of the kitchen, running my options through my mind like paper through a printer. I really think you should check on her, mate. Doesn't matter, fuck it. If it goes bad, it goes bad. You should just go and check on her. Naturally, also like paper through a printer, my thoughts keep getting jammed and I have to pause to manually reload them again and again. Right, I think I'll see Melly later. No, after she's had a chance to rest up. Give her a couple of hours. I think I need some time to prepare myself. You need to prepare yourself to spend time with your daughter. Sure, all guys get anxious when they have to talk to pretty girls. Oh, you. Sally rolls her eyes, but at least she doesn't look annoyed. Yeah, okay. Decent dad joke. Well done. I forgot you were such a charmer. I laugh. I guess it's easy to forget. Marriage has domesticated me. A pause. You do think our marriage was a good thing, don't you? Of course. I wouldn't have agreed to otherwise. We're just going through a rough patch, that's all. All couples have them. Oh, Sally. I sigh, suddenly overcome with emotion. Sally sounds like her old self again. Sally Pally, when I was tugging at that ponytail she always tied her hair back in. Or Silly Sally when she said something ridiculous and I wanted to make her blush. These names, maybe she doesn't like them. Maybe she feels they're a bit childish, I don't know. Maybe have a conversation about that. Maybe when she puts her hair, she started putting her hair into a bun. That was an indication of a change in the relationship. She said we're going through a rough patch. She has no idea. Things might be rather more complicated than her cautious optimism leads her to believe. The M is missing. Elodie. Why is the M missing? Hmm. Hmm. Melly? Hello? Melly, are you awake? True to my words, a few hours have passed, and now I stand outside Melly's bedroom door. It's dark, and the hallway is cloaked in shadow. It's kind of imposing. I feel like an unwanted intruder, an interloper. Vampire-like, all I can do is wait for Melly's invitation to come inside. I could wait and wait and wait until hell itself freezes over, but I don't think that invitation is forthcoming. Melly doesn't reply. I rap again, my knuckles brushing against the wooden door. Melly? Melly's bedroom door is dark mahogany, framed by plum-coloured wallpaper. Nice. There's a small wooden plaque displayed in the door above the brass doorknob which reads Elodie in colourful letters. The M fell off a few years ago, leaving behind a strange, unfamiliar name. Still, despite my knocking, Melody doesn't answer. I'm not sure if she really is asleep at 7 in the evening. Yeah, right. Or if she's just ignoring me. Alright then, I'm coming in. Excuse me. And, with a small apology, I take hold of the brass knob and turn it. Melly's door opens slowly, creaking with each and every inch. I think the hinges might be starting to go. Nah man, you just need to freaking oil them. Get some WD-40 on those bad boys. I'll do the job. I step inside Melody's private quarters, her inner sanctum, and shut the door behind me. I used to go into Melly's room all the time when she was younger, to read picture books to her about Maisie the mouse and Connie the cat to help her nod off to sleep. But that was a long, long time ago. When was the last time I came in here? Maybe it was a few months ago, maybe it was more. I don't remember. Melly's room is dark, the lights off and curtains drawn, but I can dimly make out shapes in the gloom. What is this arrangement? You've got the bed here, and then you've got this, like, what's this thing on the wall? Is that cushioning? Is it a sofa bed? Melly's bookcase is stacked full of paperbacks. Well, thumbed through Philip Pullman and J.K. Rowling's. Oh man, I know those authors. And I can see familiar figures scattered across her desk. The droopy cotton ears of a plush Betsy Bear lolling next to a beaten up old Connie Cat who's missing one of her paws. Okay, I don't know about the Betsy Bear and Connie Cat stuff. Standing in this room almost feels like entering a time capsule, sealed off from the rest of time and space. I could be 9, 10 years younger, and Melly could be my cute little girl again. Still shy, but not nearly as awkward. Yeah, this feels like, it feels like the room of someone, younger than, preteen? Oof. But I'm assuming Melly's older, a bit older. Maybe Melly loved me more back then. I think I may have loved her more back then too. I can see a small lump curled up underneath the covers, and long black hair fanning out across the blue bedspread, now deep navy in the darkness. Right, long hair, okay. Melly's back is turned towards me, so I can't see her face. I'm not sure if I'm happy about this or not. I wonder what kind of expression she's making. Do I really want to know? Melly? I approach her slowly, cautiously, as a convict might when approaching the gallows. As Marie Antoinette herself must have done more than 200 years ago. Melly, are you asleep? A stupid question to ask, of course. If she really is asleep, she can't possibly answer, and if she isn't, then she must be pretending, so won't reply to me anyway. As expected, she doesn't say anything. The silence stretches on. 1 sec. Look, I'm sorry for intruding, Melly. I won't stay for long. Think about taking a seat on our bed by Melly's side, but I don't. After such a long time of silence between the pair of us, I don't think we're ready for such a big commitment. Even so, I feel restless. I fish Betsy Bear up from Melly's desk for some reason. Connie Cat looks a little too intimidating for my liking, with her matted fur and missing paw, and turn her over in my hands, just to give myself something to do. I just thought I should come here because I wanted to say I'm sorry. Melly doesn't stir. I didn't expect her to either, so that's just fine. I'm not sorry that you hurt your leg, mind, because I know that was just an unfortunate accident, and nobody's to blame for that, least of all you, Melly. I know it wasn't your fault. That isn't to say that I'm not worried about you, because I am. But I know you're a tough girl, and you'll get well soon. Sally said it was only a sprain. Didn't even break a bone. Isn't that good? More silence. I know I'm rambling. It's a bad habit of mine, but I can't stop myself. The silence is pervasive, creeping into the very interior of my skull like a thick smog, and I need to try and blot it out. Maybe, if I can fill the room with the sound of my inane, inarticulate chatter, I can kid myself into thinking I'm having some kind of meaningful conversation with Melly. That this, whatever this is, might actually change something. I'm sorry I haven't been talking to you enough lately, Melly. I know I've been kind of distant, and it isn't your fault. I swear it isn't. I've been really busy at work, and I know you're probably thinking, how could he be busy? He's just a music teacher, and I'm not mad about it. Everybody thinks it, even Sally thinks it. It's weird that he calls Sally Sally in front of his daughter. I would have thought even your mum thinks it. That would be how he'd refer to her, but anyway. The truth of the matter is, our school didn't do so well in the last Ofsted report. Oh god, Ofsted. Pardon me. And a lot of parents have been complaining, and it's just kind of stressful. Not that I want to burden you with my own worries, of course, but I just wanted to let you know. That's why I haven't been around so much. It's not because of you, and it's not because I'm trying to avoid you. The thought never crossed my mind. Well, I suppose it crossed my mind just now, but only crossed my mind in order to tell you that it didn't. I exhale heavily, squeezing the poor, abused Betsy Bear to my chest. I wish I didn't have to feel anxious. What kind of grown man is scared of his own daughter? To be fair, I can understand this, right? It's not scared. You're not scared of your daughter. You're just afraid of how she'll react, and you're just like the thought of the fact that your relationship is not very good. Kind of isn't great. I get it. I could kind of get it, but I can't help it. I'm sorry if I've been acting short with you lately too, Melly. That isn't your fault. It's mine. I'm just stressed, I suppose, and I'm sorry that we didn't get to go out last weekend. I know I promised, but I just got caught up with something. I know it doesn't make it better, and I really am sorry. At this, Melly makes a noise. It's so small it could belong to a mouse, but I heard it clearly nevertheless. So Melly wasn't asleep after all. Really was listening to me. That, at least, is a little reassuring. If you want, we can go out this weekend, do something together like a family. How about that? Melly doesn't say anything in response, but I see her shift slightly under her duvet. Does that mean she's thinking about it? Yeah, it'll be fun. We haven't done anything together for a while, so it'd be nice to get out the house. We can go anywhere you want, to the zoo, for a walk, maybe to the beach. I know how much you liked going to Whitby when you were little. Yeah, but that was when she was little, right? She might have different... Anyway, you don't need to come to a decision right now. Just think about it. If you want to go anywhere, just tell me or Sal. We'll sort it out for you. It's weird that you're... Yeah, it's like Sal. Should you not... whatever. Melly still doesn't respond, but I think I've got her attention. I wonder if it's some kind of cruel genetic trick that when I get anxious, I can talk forever, whereas when Melly gets anxious, she can hardly force out a single syllable. We might be father and daughter, but I don't think we have that much in common. We're more like polar opposites, really. But even so, we are flesh and blood. We are related. I promise, Melly. You want to go out, we'll go out. You deserve it. You're my daughter, and I love you very much. I love her more than the words themselves can express. I think about giving Melly's head a pat, her hair a stroke, but I don't. Instead, I squeeze Betsy Bear tighter, until her head collapses in on itself like a rotting fruit. Is that why Sally was hugging the pillow so much? Does she want to hug Robin? May the 14th. Right, and I'm going to save it at that point. Yes. And I think we'll leave it there for this part of the playthrough. We've completed day 3. We've come across Belle again at school, and interestingly, she was wearing the same school uniform as the school that his daughter goes to. Interestingly, his daughter, for some reason, was extra tired at school and ended up spraining her leg. Interestingly, his daughter has black hair. I mean, which is not that much of a surprise, he has black hair. But, Anyway, we'll leave it there for now. I am Ashman. Blah, blah, blah. I am Ashmanix. This is Sweetest Monster. And I will see you guys next time. Later.